Yeah, what I would say is call the General Public Works Department phone number, and that's 651-249-2400, and our staff can help out. We'll probably send somebody out there to assess it and fix the situation. So the best number to call is the General Public Works.
249-2400. Okay, well, that's good. Now, I think a hidden jewel that we have in Maplewood, that's our engineering department. And I think we have, 5 PEs on staff, and it's professional engineers. And that it ends up that through our general fund and our internal service fund, that basically our engineers and engineering staff pay for themselves, don't they?
Yeah, that's correct. We have 4 professionally licensed engineers, and we do a lot of the design in-house. So we try to minimize the use of consultants where we can and actually do all of that in-house. So we're saving money by having our own staff design those improvement projects.
But at the same time, larger projects like at White Bear Avenue, we could spend our entire staff designing that and working that to the detriment of the city. So there is some need for some consultants or engineering firms that we contract with, right?
That is correct. When the workload gets greater, we do use consultants on larger projects. As you mentioned, we don't want to dedicate our entire staff at one area and then we're lagging in other areas. So it's a fine balance that we have to assess.
And I presume that these firms that go through some type of competitive bidding process or competitive qualification process, so that we just don't pick Michael's brother-in-law or a golfing partner to do our contracting work. How does that work, Michael?
Yeah, that works. There was a solicitation, and the city has a pool of different qualified consultants. So these are people that have shown that they have the qualifications to do the work, and so the city has different people that they can draw from based on past qualifications.
We actually go out and do background checks too on them on projects that they say they've done, so that we're getting what we pay for. Is that right?
Yeah, especially with contractors, when we hire or select a contractor to do improvements and fix streets, we do a background check. We check with other cities to see if they've done satisfactory work. So we want to make sure we're hiring the correct people to do the job, and they do have all the qualifications.
We're getting down to the final few seconds, and we haven't had a really chance to talk about park maintenance and some of those issues, but I think that may be another spotlight in the future that we really need to devote to it. So in closing, Michael, do you have any other words of wisdom before we wish the folks a good night?
Yeah, I would just say if you have any questions or concerns with any of the operations in Public Works, there's the general phone number, 651-249-2400, and we are certainly more than happy to address anything that comes up and look forward to working with the residents within the city.
Okay. Thank you. I'd like to thank Michael and the Public Works employees for the great job they do, the city and all of us, sort of the unsung heroes of our